I had this like kind of weird like idea that like what if I'm not even who I think I am? Hi guys! Today I am filming a video that I didn't know if I was ever gonna do this. Like I knew I wanted to. I'm American, so I'm like a mix of who knows what, and it's also complicated too because my mom is white, like from European descent, but she's been here, you know, for a certain amount of generations, like her family has. And my dad's family, it's complicated because they are Mexican. We call it Mexican, but they're from Texas. But I did family history on that side, and there were a lot of ties to like border towns in Mexico, specifically like Tamaulipas, that state, and cities around there and around like Brownsville, Kingsville, those types of Texan cities. When I did the family history on that side of the family, I saw ties to Spain, but not like recent ones. They were like from the 1600s. So we have really deep roots here, and I don't know what to expect. I'm just like had a trouble getting into my Ancestry account, but I reset my password and I'm about to log in. I want to like react on camera with you guys because I don't know what to expect. I think it could go like one of a few ways. Like it could either be like I'm like just like I don't want to say like boring, but that's like how I think of it, like boring European things. So that's very likely because like phenotypically like I'm white and I have a lot of like more Eurocentric kind of features, but it could be that like I'm like having recessive genes from like dominant places elsewhere because like my dad's side of the family, so he's a white Latino, but his parents are both like brown people of color. So it's just kind of weird. Like I kind of describe him more as like white passing. He does have like more like indigenous kind of features, but his skin is lighter. So I don't know what to expect. If I'm anything but European, I would suspect that I'm probably like Native American or like indigenous to the Americas, but not more than like 10%, I'm guessing, based on my dad's cousin's DNA results. I don't think I would be African, and if I was, I'm guessing I'd be like less than 1%, but who knows? Like I know somebody who's like a white Puerto Rican that's like more than 10% African. And I do suspect that maybe I could be Asian, but probably less than like 5%. And I would assume that it's like a Southwest or just West Asian, maybe Turkish. I don't know. That would be really cool to be Turkish. And it'd be really cool to actually see if I was like Arab at all because I've studied Arabic for a really long time, so that'd be really cool. That'd be like serendipity, but I don't expect that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. So I'm gonna log into my Ancestry account and let's see what the results are. I waited such a long time to get these results. It felt like it was an eternity, but I think it will be worth the wait. It will be really interesting. Whoa, okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. So when I'm looking at the website, I'm seeing my matches for like people who I'm related to. And I'm seeing like all these distant cousins. I can't wait to actually build my family tree. Like I really love genealogy and family history. I'm from Utah and we're like kind of like the capital of like genealogy. Like we have a family history library. I've never actually been there, but I really want to go. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. Beautiful results. I'm gonna look at my ethnicity right now. It's loading. The page is loading. Like, don't want to look at it, but I'm like nervous. Okay, it says, great news, Angelica. Your results have arrived. I can't read. Your results include ethnicity breakdown, DNA story, and DNA matches. Okay, nervous. Okay, it says your DNA looks most like DNA from these 16 world regions. So with 36%, it was England and Northwestern Europe. So that I knew that to an extent, but that's a little bit more than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I've made pie charts before, like trying to make an estimate of like what my background is, and I was estimating that like that area of the world would be like 25%. So that's more than I thought. But it makes sense, like 36%. That's more than a third of my DNA is England and Northwestern Europe. It explains my teeth. I got them fixed, but yeah, that explains that. Oh, wow, okay. So, 16% Spain. That's way less than I thought. I thought that Spain would be a lot more. Yeah, I was putting like on my dad's half of the pie chart, I had kind of estimated that I was like a 16th indigenous. I don't know what percent that is. You'll have to tell me in the comments. And then the rest of that half, I thought it was 7/16 Spanish or Iberian, but so that's way less. 16% Spanish. Wow, that's crazy to me because like my whole identity and like the ties I have in my mind before this moment was all like I'm very Spanish. I guess I'm not very Spanish. That's good though. I don't want to be a colonizer, but I'm English colonizer. Now this is the interesting part. Wow, this is exactly what I thought, okay? Like not the percentage, but the location. So I'm 15% indigenous Americas to Mexico. That's like more than I thought I would be. I thought it would be like less than 10. Um, and it says your community with a connection to this ethnicity region is Nuevo León, Tamaulipas, y South Texas. I don't know why I said that in Spanish. And then they break it down even more to like Nuevo León, Western Tamaulipas, y South Texas. I did it again. Northeastern Nuevo León and South Texas. So that's exactly what I just told you guys. I told you guys when I did my family history, that's exactly where my people were from. Whoa, I'm seeing some cool things down here. Okay. So 10% Sweden and Denmark. Okay. That definitely lines up with some stuff. I didn't know about anything with Sweden. I'm going to have to look into that more. I knew I had ties to Denmark. I knew that I was, I think, a 16th, maybe more than that. No, a 16th Danish. That's what I knew because my I'm trying to think. My great grandma, I think her grandparents came directly from like, I can't remember the city. I want to say it's like Aalborg in Denmark. So I'm aware that I was Danish, and like look at my eyes. Like I'm obviously like I'm very clearly like Danish, phenotypically. Okay, this is interesting. So 6% Scottish, and that totally makes sense. I think I knew like I was a little bit Scottish, but I thought it was a lot less than 6%. So that's interesting. So 4% Portugal. I'm trying to speak Portuguese to you right now. I'm trying to remember. How do you say? Quero falar muito bem português. I don't know if that's like even Portuguese accent, but 4% Portuguese. Interesting. So this, I don't even know what this is. 2% Aegean Islands. What is that? Oh, located in Greece! My taste buds are super Greek, dude. But I'm only 2% Greek. That's crazy. But it was the Aegean Islands, right? Not Greece per se, but I don't know the geography of Greece. But yeah, that's very interesting. Okay, now I'm finding out where my life is a lie. Okay. This is really cool though. This is really cool. 2% Northern Africa. And that makes sense to me because there was so much trade with Spain and Africa. Wow, that's like the coolest thing I've seen yet. They're talking Algeria, Libya, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Tunisia. So that's really cool. It kind of makes me wish that I had learned more of that dialect of Arabic because they speak like it's just a whole different thing. But notice this does not include Egypt. So far, I'm not Egyptian, which I know more Egyptian Arabic than I do of like Darija or whatever they're speaking in Northern Africa. But that actually means, I assume that means that those ties could be like to Amazigh or Berber. I'm not sure though. Now this is where everything I know is a lie now, because this is saying I'm a kind of broken hearted. You're gonna come to me on the day of my DNA results and you're gonna tell me I'm only 2% Italian? I really, this whole time, okay, I thought I was an 8th Italian. I'm confused because my great-grandpa's family came from Italy. How does that make sense? So I guess I'm assuming that the people in Italy are just not genetically Italian, because we are from Italy. It's in my family history. I don't know what to think about that. That's really weird. I don't know what to think about that. That's so weird. Okay. I don't know what else to say about that. So let's move on. So this is really interesting. So 1% Mali. Mali is pretty far down in Africa. That's actually like Western Africa. This Mali genetics, it comes from Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali, Sierra Leone. So I'm gonna have to look into that more. I'm really curious to know at what point the Mali genetics got in there. So that's really interesting to me. It says 1% from Norway. I've never known about being Norwegian, but honestly, that's really cool because it also includes Iceland. And I've had this really recent obsession with Svalbard. If you don't know about it, it's like a polar island that belongs to Norway, but it's like way closer to the North Pole. And I've been watching this YouTuber Cecilia, that she's from like the south of Sweden, but she moved up to that island Svalbard, and she's been living there for a few years. And I've been really fascinated with life in polar regions and like all that kind of stuff. So to be like even 1% Norwegian, that's kind of cool. It says I'm 1% Basque. So that's like located like kind of between Spain and France. But they, from what I know about them, linguistically and genetically, they're obviously like different than Spain, even though they share like a really similar region. Okay, this is interesting too. So 1% Baltics, so that would be Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. So I'm like almost Russian, but like not quite. So 1% also Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples. You guys, I'm African. This is Angola, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Namibia, Republic of the Congo, and Zambia. So that's like Central Southern Africa. That like blows my mind, because it makes more sense to me. Like if I have North African and I have Mali, that makes more sense because that's closer to Europe. But this is pretty interesting that I have some kind of ancestry from that region of the world. Like I honestly would have never expected that at all. So that's but wait, there's a couple other things. 1% European Jewish. That much I totally knew that, because I'm like ethnically Jewish from my mom's side. But the way they're showing the European Jewish genes, it's primarily located in Belarus, Hungary, Lithuania, Latvia, Moldova, Poland, Romania, Ukraine. It's over like a much larger region, and like what the map is showing is not what I just said either. Like it's including those countries. Like so on the map I'm actually seeing it includes Germany and Bulgaria, yeah, Czechia, all these different places, Austria. What if I was Austrian? I love the sound of music. This is the weird one that I didn't expect this either at all. It had like results all over Europe, the Americas, and Africa, but there's one that yeah, I had no idea. This one is telling me I'm 1% from northern India. And so that's also including the region of Pakistan. Wow. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I love like Indian food, but I don't know. So, and they tested like 1,500 different regions for my DNA. So, yeah, wow. I don't know, that's kind of crazy. Beyond the ethnicity stuff, my DNA is connecting me to 3 genetic communities. They are describing this as when they identify members whose ancestors probably came from the same place or cultural group. So that's fascinating to me too, because I'm very fascinated with like migration and stuff like that, because obviously like living in Utah, there's a big culture of migration and the pioneers. And I know that like when my family came from Europe, that they were like considered like pilgrims too. So it's cool to see like what communities I'm tied to. So the first one, obviously we kind of talked about it before, was the Nuevo Leon, Tamaulipas, and South Texas. From the dates from 1750 to 1950, it says connected to your regions, Indigenous Americas, Mexico, and Spain, and then describing those locations, and it has a little map that it shows me. The second one is Central Southern England, that's 1700 to 1950. That's pretty cool. 1825 to 1950, it says Mountain West Mormon Pioneers. There you go. Connected to your regions, Sweden and Denmark, England and Northwestern Europe, Scotland. So yeah, that's really cool. Below this is DNA matches. So over time, this is gonna be like more and more. I think it's gonna be very normalized to do something like this and get to know like your different DNA relatives. So yeah, this is really interesting. It says I'm genetically related to 44,000 DNA matches. So I just found 44,000 family members, like just right now, and then 1,200 are sharing their location. So this is really fascinating. I think I'm gonna be able to make a really broad family tree based on this information. So yeah, this is pretty much it for me today. Like, I can't believe some of these things. I can't believe I'm really not Italian that much. I wonder what my family's gonna think. This is so bizarre. Well, I've got a lot to think about now. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was as interesting to you as I found it to be for myself. I recommend that if you are prepared to be surprised by some stuff, definitely get your own DNA test. I did it through Ancestry. Possibly in the future I may do it with some other brands as well, just to get like even a broader perspective, because each company's data pool is different. So obviously the more data they have, the more accurate it's gonna be. So these results that I have today, they might change based on other results from other people. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button down below, share if you care, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Thank you, bye!